Hello, hello, limit breakers. Hope you're all doing awesome and having a awesome day so far. Thought I would just jump on and share a little bit about what I mean about creating a structure to support you. Now, a structure that can support you in what you do, how you show up, how you step up, and how you stay up. Now, all of this is supported by a structure that you have in your life, whether you've consciously created it or unconsciously have it as part of your lifestyle. Now, what do I mean by structure exactly? And I'm going to turn off my emails because it keeps pinging. What do I mean by structures exactly? Structures, I mean by a support network that supports you in what you do, what you create, and how you show up as well. Now, structures that had a positive impact in my life has been one that invested in Dan Meredith's monthly membership, which is Espresso with Dan, also known as EWD. You may have seen me post this quite a fair bit because what I have now and what I've achieved so far and how I've managed to hold on to so far as well into the support, the uncertainty, the dealing with anxiety, dealing with all the crazy stuff that I would not have been able to deal with without their support. And I think we've got about nearly 500 members in there, but there's a close knit that you normally grow into and get support, but everyone is just as supportive in there. Everyone wants to see each other succeed. Everyone wants to see each other win. And that's what I mean by a support structure. A support structure that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to keep you sane, keep you going, and keep you always lifting you up whenever you feel down, right? And I'm not saying have a pity party. And what I mean is having people surround yourself with people who inspire you every day to keep showing up for your audience, for your clients, for your family, for your friends, whoever you show up for, whatever reason you show up for. All right. There's always a reason why we show up. We could be showing up as a better boyfriend, better fiance, better partner, a better son, better daughter, a better mom, a better dad, whatever we're showing up for, right? Could be even showing up to be a better uncle, better auntie, whatever it is, whoever we show up for. There's a reason why we will show up. And that's what drives us, right? And having that reminder to not just us supporting everyone else around us, it's also having the team and support to surround everyone else who you would love to keep supporting. Those that you deem or hold responsibility for, right? We all have responsibilities, different ones. Everyone's got different ones. Everyone's got different priorities. But fundamentally, we all want to just be happy, right? There's no point in having all this wealth, all this money, and all this stuff if we aren't happy. And if we aren't able to spend it with the people that we love, the people that we care about, the people that we want to show up for, the legacy we want to leave behind, whatever dreams or goals or ambitions or passions that we hold, those are the things that make us happy and makes us want to keep doing what we do, right? So it's important to have a supportive structure, whether it's a Facebook group of like-minded individuals like I have, or it's a community of business owners who want to just keep their businesses up, keep their businesses going so they can keep serving their clients. Whether it's something you're passionate about, you're showing up for your audience as a streamer, as a content creator, as a service provider, as a speaker. As a speaker, we have a message we want to share to the world. And this is the best platform to share it on, right? Online. Now, if we can't be at live events, then we might as well make our own events online and do it that way. Similar to what I've been doing lately as of my late chat show, is to show up, have a chat, some entertainment, some laughs, and just chill out. I mean, we get so frustrated with, even that's a structure, by the way, for me to keep showing up, to keep creating content, but also having quality conversations. Because a lot of time is very one way when it's content. I could create content like this and give you value, give you tips, give you strategies. But fundamentally, it's down to you to take it away and implement it, try it, and see what results you get consistently. There's no such thing as a one-off win, a one-off quick fix. It just doesn't happen. You have to put in the work. You have to implement it, and having the support structure keeps you accountable to show up. For instance, I've now made it accountable for me, right, to keep showing up every Wednesday and Friday evenings to do my late chat show. That's a structure. That's a structure for me to keep showing up, to deliver value, develop help, explore the brains of the amazing people that I have in my network, and to share my experiences, share their experiences, share all the knowledge that we've accumulated over the last 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it is, and all the knowledge that we've invested in ourselves as well, right? From our mentors and from our teachers and from our coaches. So it's just one way of us giving back and be able to bring a bit more positivity to the world, some entertainment, some love, some knowledge, some more content for everyone to try out and see what works for them. So having a supportive structure, I mean, gym was a structure for me, but now that gym has been taken away, we all have to deal with it. So now I started to look at online training with a few friends who just show up every morning and just to crack out a workout, 20, 30 minutes and get it done, right? And we hold each other on Zoom accountable. We do it. That's another structure. Having meditations into your routines, that's a structure to keep yourself grounded, to keep yourself sane, to keep yourself breathing. That's a structure. Toastmasters, for me, it's a structure. That's to help me improve my public speaking, to keep me able to keep communicating better at different styles, or how I could articulate my words and my content easier for people to digest, to listen to, whether I'm speaking too fast or whether I'm speaking slowly and more quieter. There's always things that we can learn, always things that we could improve. So another thing that I've got myself into is the 30 Days Ultimate Sales Transformation with Pete Sloth, or Pete Scott, for those that know Pete. That's another structure for me to upskill myself so that I could learn how to consult better, how I could diagnose problems easier and better for my clients or potential clients, how I can help my clients, how I can help my potential clients with problems that they have, whether it's online, whether it's coaching, whether it's structures, whether it's digital marketing, whether it's leadership or inner leadership or intuition, right? There's always ways that you could learn to improve. And that's another structure for me to keep showing up, keep learning, keep myself eyes on the ball, keep myself focused and not distracted by all the news that's going on, all the craziness that's going around the world. I do know what's going around the world. I check the news now and then, but there's always different things going on. But what we can control is what we put into our minds, what we put into our bodies, what we put into our health, or investment into our personal mind and body health. Mind, body, spirit, the general three things that we always talk about. It's so important to keep those aligned and keep those going and focused on having that balance between all three. It's harder when it's where we all have to stay at home and work from home and all this, but it is doable as long as you set up even the correct supportive structure to keep yourself on the go. And in my download, actually, in my Step Up, Show Up and Stay Up guide, there is a routine plan in there, how I plan my days and how I plan my structure and my routines. And it's generally something like 2 hours, work 2 hours blocks, and then take like a 15 minutes or half an hour break, depending on how tired I feel. And then work another 2 solid blocks, lunch break, 2 solid hour blocks, dinner, another 2 solid hour block, and then wind down, gaming, socials, meditation, reading, whatever it may be, right? There's a set structure routine that I follow. Doesn't always happen, right? There's always something that pops up. So there's probably a call that comes up, or there's a friend that needs some help with, or a strategy implementation comes up to it. So, there's always something that changes, but there's always certain structures that you can put in place. And also, you need to make time for exercise as well now. So that's another one I need to put in my day, actually. Probably another exercise block during one of my breaks instead of just browsing around on social media. So easy to be stuck behind the screen and stuck behind the computer, thinking that we can't leave and sit away or move away from the computer in case someone needs us and someone emails us, whatever, right? That's not true. If they email you, then it's not urgent. If they call you, that's urgent. That's how I've always prioritized it. If it's not life or death matter and they don't call me, they can wait until I'm ready to reply them, until I get back to them. So knowing your priorities and your structure as well, how you set it up, that's always important. What other structures have I've got put in place right now that gives you ideas? Facebook group is probably one that I'm now broadcasting to as well, to one of my groups. Is I said to them I'm showing up for them every day live, to whether I talk about mindset, whether I talk about structure, whether I talk about digital leadership or digital marketing, whatever it may be. I said I'll show up for them every day for the next this month, whole month basically. And even to you all, right? I'm showing up for you guys, girls, who's on here as well. Because it's so easy to be sucked into negativity, and I just love being on video. I just love to help people, and this is my best form of platform or communication that I can provide more value to everyone. Whether you watch this live, whether you watch this on replay, and I'll always appreciate everyone that spends the time to listen to what I have to say, because I'm a kid with no voice. So a kid with no voice always is just craving for people to listen to. I've always had this mindset or belief that held me back was who am I for people to listen to, and who am I to show up for people? Why would people listen to me, and is what I've got to say really important? But what I found is that people don't show up for the right reasons, or people are struggling to show up for the right reasons because they're so fearful of what other people might say or think about what they talk about, what they say, whether it's correct or not. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you have a message to share, then share it. If you have something to stand for, then stand for it. If you have something you're passionate about, be passionate for it. Don't let anyone else get you down. Don't let other people control what you do and how you do things. And they ever do that. And I said this yesterday on the same similar live, very similar message as well. Don't let other people rob you of your opportunities and what you're creating, right? So to sum up, structures, whether you have a coaching structure, whether you have a coach who holds you accountable weekly, whether you have got mentors in place who just kicks you up the butt, whether you have accountability partners who keeps you accountable in your structure, whether you have a supportive community that just gives you feedback on your work or your craft or your services, whatever it is, then there is always, that's a supportive structure. For my supportive structure is Facebook groups, coach, mentors, and a peer group as well, or many peer groups that just keeps me going. So and then obviously accountability groups for working out has also been put in place so that I don't miss working out since the gym is closing. Need someone to kick me up the butt somehow, right? So what's yours? What are you going to be surrounding yourself with? What structures are you going to put in place this month to keep you for UK anyway? We got lockdown 2.0, so we have to create a new structure. Gyms are closing. And for me, working out hasn't always been about having an amazing body or whatnot. For me, it's just having great energy, and also it keeps my mental health in check, right? It keeps me focused, it keeps me disciplined, and it helps me build that resilience that I need to keep showing up, overcoming obstacles, challenges, dealing with anxiety, dealing with fear, dealing with all sorts of mental stuff, right? Working out just gives that extra edge. Yes, Kara, I see comment. Sorry, I did get a haircut because there's lockdown 2.0. I can't wait another month before I wouldn't able to see otherwise. Do you work out first thing in the morning? Yes, at least I try to. Normally it's the first thing I do. Before anything else, I do try and get a workout in. I have breakfast and then I hit the gym. But now that the gym's closing on Thursday onwards, I'll probably change up the routine. I'll probably go out for a jog, even though I don't like jogging in the cold and wet. But it's a must. I'm making it a must to go out, and I need to get my steps in as well. So I suppose that's another way of getting my steps in, is just go for a long jog in the morning, and then probably do a power workout, 20 minutes, half an hour, have a quick burst, and see how I get on that. But yeah, working out first thing in the morning. Also, meditation is my first thing, actually. Meditation before I start my day. That's a structure. Meditation every morning routine. As part of my morning routine, I do a 15-20 minute meditation, get myself focused, get myself realigned to my values, to my passion, to my goals, to my creations, to my end result of the day, to the theme that I have to come up, and how I live for the day, how I show up for the day. They all come up. Sometimes, it's all different themes. So meditation, morning routine, gym. I don't use an app actually for meditation. I normally just have my own meditation process that I go through, and it's nothing special. But it is part of the. It's very basic meditation, but it takes me through to my end results generally to just realign and get focused. So it's not like any specific type of meditation that I go through, or like words or anything like that. It's just a process that I take myself through. So it's part of like visualization and realignment of focus. Some reason I don't do well with people talking in my ear during a meditation. I kind of fall asleep, so I have to make sure I'm present with myself. Otherwise, I kind of doze off, or at least my ego doesn't like it anyway. So that's that. A bit more self-awareness, a bit deeper thinking, bit of a deep dive on that one. But yeah, you can use apps. I mean, for if you're getting started with meditation, you've never done it before, then apps is always a good one. But because I have a certain meditation process that I go through with my super consciousness already and my genius, I stick with that because that's what's been working for the last 6 years. So I just stick with what works for me. But if you haven't done it before, it's always worth trying something new into your routine and see how you get on. All right. So that's a structure as well. A meditation is always a good structure to start my day. Then working out, kick in the dopamine and the resilience and the mental toughness and physical toughness as well. Health is wealth. There's no point having all of these material stuff and good stuff if you don't have the health to live it and to enjoy it as well. I never liked the concept of living on medications as health. Like everyone's like, there's a lot of people that I know who self-medicate on these medications, and they always say, "Oh yeah, health. I'm taking care of my health. I'm taking these medications." And it's just like, you're putting drugs into your body. You can't be that healthy. As unless it's really, really deadly stuff, then yes, I get it. But I still believe our bodies have a natural way of dealing with whatever it needs to deal with. If we are eating right and we are looking after our body correctly and putting positive stuff into our minds as well, it always helps. And living a positive life. Oh, hey Ian, no matter how much I try, I just cannot meditate. Yeah, I struggled with meditation a lot, but it's just constant practice. Yeah, it's just constant practice. It's the same with jogging. Jogging on the treadmill and stuff like that, it just bores me. When everyone's like, "Oh, I just ran like an hour on the treadmill," I'm just like, I'm on there 10 minutes, and I'm just like, I want to get off. So I completely, the way of focusing in one place for jogging as well, and it just kills me at treadmill. So jogging outside, just normally the change of scenery is much better for me, but because it's been so wet and rainy and miserable outside, I just don't enjoy that. Don't enjoy it as much. But now that we've been forced to do it, may have to just suck it up and do it for this month. See how I get on. But either way, make sure you have a supportive structure. Whether even in relationships is a structure as well. All right. If you have a long-term partner or a partner, they are a positive structure. They support you. Well, they should support you if you're in the a synergy. What do you call it? Oh, I can't remember. What's that? It's a synergized relationship. If you're aligned relationship, I don't know. As if you're if you're in the correct relationship, your partner should be, should be supporting you regardless of what you do anyway. That's what's kept me going as well. My fiance has been a solid structure in my life. Without her, I probably wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I do. Wouldn't be able to do what I do without her support and her blessing. So she's been a huge rock and structure in my life. What else? But yeah, peer groups, friends, support, mentors, coaches. Those are all great supportive structures to have. But make sure you implement it as well, right? There's no point in me just talking about all this if you don't implement or put in some structures in your life. Even going for walks, if you have a dog, then that's a structure because you're going into nature, you're taking it for walks. That's a structure to get you to get your steps in, to get exercise in, get fresh air, connect with nature, whatnot. So that's another way. As much as having a pet, they're great to have in the structure as well. So they're great as well. Yeah. And then if you're creating structures, streaming, that's another one. If anyone does any streaming, telling people what days and times you show up has been one. And I thank Ian for this because he prompted me that I never tell anyone whenever I go live. And he always misses it. So then I said, okay, every Wednesday and Friday nights, 9:30 p.m., I'm going to show up and do my lives, whether it's conversation, talk about gaming, talk about relationships, talking about business, swords, aliens, culture, whatever. Digital marketing, leadership, spiritual stuff, consciousness, wherever it may be, right? Those are the times that I would guarantee to be on. But if I'm showing up during the day like this, that's a bonus. Because I don't know, my times are varying at the moment during the afternoon and early evenings because I've got podcasts and also consultations to do and some client work during the day. So it just depends on whenever I fit in. And now between now and 6:30, I've got some time to jump on this live and be here with you all because at 6:30, I've got Toastmasters with advanced speakers. So that's another one of my structures I mentioned earlier, and I'll be on there for 2 hours to support the club and support the members. So that's what I want to talk about, really. Structures, support structures is such an important thing, and those that do PT as well, or just struggle to exercise, get yourself a PT or support your local PTs, especially now that they have to move online. Join them, whether if they low cost, high cost, wherever the cost is, I don't know, whatever you're comfortable with. See if you can support them because they're going through a rough patch right now. They just got momentum during the last few months, and now they've shut down again for 4 weeks. I mean, that sucks for them. And then support any local businesses, any friends that you've got, small businesses, small accounting firms, small HR, small PR, small business. All right, just give them a little support, help them out if you can. If you need them, obviously, then just support them for the sake of supporting. But if you can, refer them with anyone, please do, because it's challenging for everyone right now, and some of us are in a better position than most. Some aren't. But what we can do is just be kind and just be aware of other people's circumstances, what they're going through, how challenging it could be, just be kind and nice and positive, and just be kind. I think if anything, just be kind, smile. Even if you don't feel like smiling, just smile. It makes all the difference to someone else's life, no matter how challenging it could be. A smile always brings it nice, right? I've just watched a documentary actually about some kids in Malaysia. I think it's in Penang. Whilst I was getting my haircut, my hairdresser, he's from Malaysia and from Penang, and he was like, "This is my village." And he was talking about, it was showing actually how these kids, they build tree houses or houses in trees up the forest. They build it between like high trees and stuff so that tigers can't eat them. And that's where they live. But you see them on camera, they just probably just barely wear anything underneath, but they're just like smiling and just like, way. It's like they have everything in the world right now. I'm just like, wow, they don't even have windows in the rainforest house. Not even nice clothes, not even trainers, not even socks, not even underwear, to be honest. But that's going, these kids were just happy, smiling and happy. And so, if anything, smile. That generally changes your state as well. Tony Robbins talks about this, changing your state. If you don't feel good, move. You're not a tree. You're not stuck. You change your physiology. You change your state. You change your mental capacity. Give it a jog. Give it a move. Do some press-ups. Do some star jumps. Do some sit-ups. Get off the seat. Go away from the screen. I mean, all these are part of supportive structures as well. But fundamentally, is do what works for you. You have to try new things to see what works and what you enjoy, what you don't. I don't enjoy working out, but I know I have to work out. Otherwise, I'll just get fat and I get heavy, and then I become miserable and I become lethargic. Then I'll be tired. Then I don't want to show up. Then I don't want to be here. Then I get into a negative spiral. So that's why I work out. All right. That's the only reason I have to work out, because I get that energy, I get that boost. Everything's good again. Well, as good as it can be. And I just go ahead and do what I can. But that's it. I think that comes to the end of this live. I don't want to keep it too long. It wasn't supposed to be. It's never supposed to be long. But nowadays, whenever I jump on the live, I can't seem to get any shorter than 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Always goes much longer. Maybe I love you, your company. I love your support. I love your everyone who does tune in and take away anything from this. Please comment and let me know, so that I can keep creating decent content or strategies or things that you can use as well. And I need to use these videos and get it transcribed and minimize it into content, consumable content other people can use as well. Because I do ramble a lot and I go off topic. I'm aware of that. Way aware of that. But anyway, thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow for live during the afternoon, and then I'll be on as well the late chat show at 9:30 p.m. with Chris McCluckey, when we'll be talking about social media thumbnails, what thumb stoppers and graphics to stop people's tracks and stuff and catch people's attention. But anyway, I'll cut that. That would be for tomorrow. So thank you. Live life with no limits. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.